This is Leon. A lot of times we tend to want to spend time with our family. We tend to want to spend time with our siblings, our brothers, our sisters, because if we don't spend enough time with them, then after a little while, they die. They go in, they cross over into another existence that we're unable to go to. Therefore, we believe that we have to spend time with our family members before they die. But see, what is that actually saying? It's saying that I am separate from that dimension that that people that are that die go to. It means that I'm separate from that. Therefore, I need to spend all time as possible with my brother, with my sister, with my cousin, with my aunt, with my stepfather, with my stepmother, and so on and so on and so on, with my extended family, with my main family, in order to get that time with them, because when they die, I'm not going to have that time with them anymore, because I'll be here within the physical and they'll be out there somewhere. Out there to where I can't speak with them anymore. Out there somewhere, we have detached ourselves from who we really are. Are we really separate from the other side? Therefore, look at your starting point. Why are you trying to spend time with your family? Because I want to spend enough time with them, because I'm not going to be able to spend that time with them when they cross over. But see, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to spend time with my family because in order to spend enough time with them, because when they cross over, they'll be gone. The separation. We need to understand where we came from. We need to understand that we don't have to be separate from interdimensionality. That we don't have to be separate from that existence out there that people go to when they die. That we don't have to be separate from that. That's one thing that I may offend a lot of you, but that's one thing that I don't like about funerals, because we cry. We tend to cry and we tend to be sad because we feel far away from our loved ones. But crying is actually saying that I miss you, that I'm not going to see you again till I die. It's actually saying that I now exist separate from you till death do us apart. We are slaves of death. We have become slaves of death. We have let death overtake us, not even knowing, not even being aware of that. But it's time to become aware of that. It's time to connect. It's time to bridge the interdimensionality existence with the physical existence. And one way is to do that is to accept and allow yourself to unite with interdimensionality, with the existence that people go to when they die. Is it possible? One step to make it possible is to accept and allow yourself to not want to be separate any longer to the dimensional existence, the existence where people go to when they die. It is to actually bridge that gap, because we have separated ourselves from that. But see, there's a step even before that. It's to acknowledge, and it's to actually acknowledge what you're doing, what you're actually saying when you go to a funeral and cry, what you're actually saying when you say till death do us apart. What are you saying? That I still exist in separation of that which is larger than me, which is called death. Death. Do you want to be separate from death? Do you want to stay separate? Do you want to remain separate from death? I don't. Therefore, I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe that I will become separate from my loved ones when they die. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to separate me from death. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed death to be bigger than me. Maybe I'm a part of this game. Maybe I'm actually feeding the illusion that death separates us from us. Maybe, just maybe we are also that which exists after life. In other words, maybe we are not really separate from this existence. Maybe we have accepted and allowed ourselves to be separate from the existence of that which exists when people cross over. I'm running out of battery time here. But I don't want to be separate any longer from death. Therefore, I have to start off with self-forgiveness. I have to forgive myself that I've allowed myself to believe that I am separate from that which we call death. That I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself to even cry at a funeral. Because the very act of crying is saying, I am separate from you. Because you exist now in another dimension and I'm not able to get there. Because I don't have the capacity, because I don't have the ability. Maybe if we just stop our minds, we can see beyond what is unseen. Thank you.